Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character video by me. So let's get into it. Child. Child may not be the most cuddly man in the world, and let me explain why. He's not the type to go for cuddles automatically. No, he would much rather go out with you. Or maybe make out with you, but not cuddles. Cuddles are just so innocent, and they're not for him. But he may do other things. But if you insist on cuddling him, he won't mind at all. He loves holding you and cuddling with you. So there are no disadvantages here. In fact, he just loves burying his teeth into the crook of your neck and inhaling your scent. Just knowing that you're right there with him. Since he has so much work from the Fatsui, it's almost like he's always the one working. And Scaramouche is being such a pain in the ass, since he has to go looking all over Teyvat for him. But worry not, he still makes sure to free up some time for you, as you are his most important priority. And he was loyal to you, more than he was loyal to Sarita. So, whatever task it was, he was going to make sure that you are going to be okay first. Albedo. Albedo is actually quite cuddly. He's a more vanilla person, which means he's more into cuddles than other things. But he will do other things too. It's just that he prefers cuddles as they're more comforting, something relaxing and calm. And it always just helps, with the nature of his work and how much work he has to do all the damn time. When he just rests and stays with you, it's always nice, and it makes him feel at peace, even with how overwhelming everything is. So that's mainly why. And since the two of you have a lot of work to do together, sometimes the two of you will just sit on the couch, pick a book to read, and the two of you will be cuddling, drinking a hot drink, as you cuddled even further into Albedo, while he stroked your hair. The two of you reading the book, because you had a lot of work tomorrow, and you really had to finish that book. So, no wonder why you had to do it right now. But worry not. Albedo will continue reading even if you fall asleep. He just likes holding you, and he won't stop holding you when you're asleep either. Venti. Oh, Venti was such a cuddle bug. It was adorable. As adventurous as he was, when he wasn't drunk, and was actually acting quite normal, he just loves cuddles so much. And he's actually quite nice to cuddle. And even though he was the Archon of Wind, he was quite warm to hug. And soft too. It was always nice to hug him. And he seemed to radiate a comforting aura that always put you at peace whenever you were near him. So you could never say no to a hug from Venti, and you wouldn't want to either. His hugs are nice, and sometimes they're paired with a kiss on the forehead, or him stroking your hair, or him telling you a story from a long time ago. And sometimes, if it's not a story, he will hum a tune to you, or sing a song. He has many love songs now, and they're all inspired by you, and the time he spent with you, so you better be proud. And be happy that he loves you so much just to make songs for you. Kazuha. Kazuha is actually cuddly, but not too cuddly. He's not clingy. But he will cuddle with you a good amount, just good enough to get enough fill of you every now and then. After all, it's not like Kazuha could go long without a hug or a cuddling session with you. So, don't you worry about him not giving you too many cuddles, because whenever you wanted one, Kazuha was available, and he was always ready to give you enough affection, since he never intended to deprive you from it. But something else to consider is that he's really sweet with his cuddles. And that's because sometimes he actually plays an instrument while having you sit on his lap. which was not always the thing that happens, but whenever it happened, it was always a sweet moment, something you loved, and something that put you at peace. Some other times, he would be singing or still playing an instrument, but your head would be on his lap instead. And when he sang, and he manages to comfort you and make you fall asleep, he always feels a little proud of himself, stroking your hair and giving you a smile and a kiss on the cheek before leaving to put a blanket over your body, not wanting you to get cold. Scaramouche. Scaramouche is actually quite affectionate, and cuddles were his favorite thing because he was not bold enough to do anything else. So that's why he was really into cuddles. He was very confused to other things, you know, not being very acquainted with the idea of romance itself. So no wonder he'd be nervous with anything else that was not a hug or just a cuddle. But were he not? It was always the small steps that got him to know what to do and what not. But for now, you were actually content with hugging him, especially since he loved having you in his lap and wearing his face into your neck, telling you about his day and the things that were bothering him, while you were there to listen, stroking his back and telling him that everything will be alright. And with you, he was always assured of that. Xiao. Xiao was not very, no, affectionate because he was very touch-starved, and things like that always made him feel weird. He wasn't used to it, but he couldn't deny that they felt really good, and they were a source of comfort for him. So sometimes he will just go to you at night and wrap his arms around you quietly, bearing his face into your shoulder. And those moments, don't say a word. Just hug him back and cuddle with him until he pulls away. Because at that moment, it means that Xiao really needs you and really wants to be with you. So offer him all the affection and love you have. Because in those moments, Xiao will be most vulnerable, needing all the love you could get.